right, here's one. Now the question is, does this fall into the category of unique, specialty, or classic? 1984 Oldsmobile Firenza Cruiser LX Wagon. Look at this thing. Now, kind of a cool story on this. First of all, this vehicle has 22,000, a little over 22,000 original miles. The gal that owned it, it was believed this car never left the county that she lived in. The selling dealership, when it was brand new, tag is on the back of this. She unfortunately passed. Her house was bought. The car was still in the garage where it had been since she'd bought it new. And like I said, it was believed that she'd never left the county, mostly trips around town and some out in the country. Small community in southern Minnesota, and I'll kind of get around to the back of this eventually and we'll show you that, and I'll kind of tell you about it also. Now, this would have the 1.8 liter overhead cam, 4-cylinder engine underneath the hood. That is paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission. This is kind of nicely equipped car for an 84 Olds Firenza, let's put it that way. Power steering, power brakes, AC. I have not had the clutch on the AC kick on and off for me, so it may need to be charged. And you'd have cruise control. There's an AM FM electronic stereo in this. But one of the other things is this is the original paint on this car, and I haven't seen any paint work that I've noticed around it. The one thing you will notice on the hood, there are some scuffs, some scratches, and she had stored things on the hood when it wasn't in use in the garage, and that's supposedly where some of the scuffs and scratches came from. But it also somewhat protected the paint, because how many mid-80s cars do you see that have the original paint on them without it peeling? Very well known lacquer paint to peel from GM back in the mid-80s, late 80s. Now, if you want to check out the still pictures, take a look at the underside. There's some scaling on the springs, and you're going to see that, and some surface rust on the pans, but overall you can still see the original paint on the pans. I was underneath there. You could still see original labels, the paper labels that were on the shocks, which, you know, to last 30 some years underneath the car. You can tell this thing wasn't driven a lot of inclement weather, stored in the garage. So check out those still pictures, uniqueclassiccars.com. Down below this video in the description, there's a link. Click on it. That's going to take you right there. And of course, we can be reached at 507-386-1726. And you can see up and down this. I mean, it's not like shit it parked in a parking lot where it's getting door dinged or dinged up a lot. Interior, amazing shape, and that's kind of what reflects in the miles. We don't have any reason to believe that it is more than 122,000. You'll see what or believe that it's more than 22,000, like it would be 122,000 on the odometer, and I'll show you when I look at the interior. But look at around these wheel wells. You don't see rust bubbling down below. Take a look at the underside pictures, and the underside pics of the doors are all in the still pictures, so you can see what I'm saying. Now, take a look at this. This is the original GM floor mat. Original seats, never been redone. Look at the door panels. Even look at this storage compartment here. Look at the elasticity of that kind of bungee cord deal that pulls them back up. Buckets, shifter on the floor. Like I said, the Cruiser LX must have been the pretty highly sporty option. Olds Firenza back in 1984. Luggage rack. Now, remember, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with getting this car to where you're located at. That may be eligible for an extended service contract. And not does it have just Oldsmobile mud flaps, it has the Firenza matching mud flaps. I'm sure they were dealer installed the day she left the showroom floor with this. Look at this back seat. Doubt anybody's hardly sat back here. Definitely hasn't been any kids back here kicking the backs of the front seats. Now, the headliner over time and age has started to slowly come down in areas that would need to be redone if you wanted it perfect. I'm going to show you something else back here too. So, here's what I was talking about, countryside. was the new car dealer for Oldsmobile GM products in Waseca is the name of the town. That's the small community that she was in, and that's actually the county seat of Waseca County. So that's the county that this car is believed to never have left. Excuse the noise back there. Somebody's trying to start something that may not want to start. Look up and down the driver's side also. Look at how clean. It kind of makes you chuckle when you look around it. It's almost like a time capsule. And again, take a look where you would see typically the rusting and the bubbling. Just not there. Again, you're going to have some scuffs and nicks and that type of thing, but nothing real major. All right, let's come around to the driver's side. Not a bunch of wear or discoloration on the armrest, door panels, and then take a look at this original floor mat also. Here's your seats. Again, beautiful condition considering the age of this. I'm going to go ahead and start this up a second. And 22,613, there's your miles. And look at the shape the dash is in. No cracks, is not sat out in the sun. Steering wheel is like perfect. No warning indicators or anything like that on. One other thing I want to show you in this back hatch. There is the hatch release right there. Tailgate jar light works. I'll show you under the hood too when we come back. Lots of times on these hatchbacks or station wagons, what have you, this is where they'll always rust down here in the bottom of that tailgater hatchback. And look at that. It's like brand new. I have those in the still pictures too if you want to check that out. Now, I'm going to pause this a second. Let's get this hood open so you can check out underneath it. Check out this 1.8 liter. Alright. There it is. 4-cylinder overhead cam, 1.8 liter. Look at how smooth that is. Just purrs like a kitten. 10-power steering, power brakes, AC. Nicely equipped. Look how clean that is. Another reason we believe 22,000 miles. Look how tidy everything is underneath there. No reason not to believe it. So there you go, 1984 Oldsmobile Firenza Cruiser LX wagon, of course. Give us a call, 507-386-1726. UniqueClassicCars.com is the website to check out all the still pictures. Down below this video, there's a link in the description. Click on it, that's going to take you there. Of course, we do consider trades. Financing is available. We can assist you with getting this car to where you're located at, and that may be eligible for an extended service contract. Check with your sales associate when you email or call in.